Yeah, so here we are at my solo show, Textura. I guess my introduction to text into my own work started with this piece here, For You Are So Special, and I printed this with the aid of Jeffrey Hewitt. He used to have a studio in town. And this was a letterpress piece that I made where the lettering ran vertically. It was more about the beauty of lettering itself and the spaces around it. And the special was later introduced into my still life painting. And once I finished the special series, I thought it would be nice just to work with letters on their own. So I started my information series, which was made utilizing lettering from mass media. And sort of about the same time, I was ridding myself of some old collections I had, and one of the collections was felt pennants. So I cut the text out of some of the pennants and made my first applique. And the shape of those pieces, they were rectangular but with rounded off corners, and they looked a little more like an aerial view of the bowl at the Vic West skate park with the graffiti inside. So it was filled with lettering, not all distinctly, legible, and rounded corners. And that was in about 2005 when I made the first 4 pieces and exhibited them. So I've continued on the journey, and I've made all this new work since 2006. Yeah, so it's been 6 years working on this exhibition. And some of the shapes are determined from things within my life, not necessarily related to my artwork. Some are. Some of the oval shapes are tracings of enamelware plates that I've used in my paintings. There's one that's a profile of one of my car sculptures. And again, I'm still rounding off the corners for most of the shapes, which is still relating to the skate park and graffiti. I've traced one of my baritone ukuleles. Yeah, I just try to keep things varied and interesting. The newest pieces, there's 2 in the show that were the most recent, and I've gone away from the hard edge, linear edging to the appliques to a wobbly edge, which sort of relates more to the content and gives them a little more life. So in the beginning, my approach, I had been working on these small paper collages, which then I blew up to make my information paintings. And when I first began making the appliques, I was thinking more like collage. And so the juxtaposition of the lettering was more haphazard, and I was actually thinking of them as hand-sewn collages, but that's not really correct terminology for what they are, because they are in theory appliques. And I wasn't using any glue, the part of coller for collage, which is glue. So there's no glue involved, they're just hand sewn. So slowly I found a process for myself where they were related more to painting, and that the shapes look as though there's paint running. They're that liquid look to the shape, and they run up and down, and the lettering began to intermingle in a way where the lines were relating to each other and tying them across horizontally. So that's sort of how they've evolved to this point. I look forward though to making new ones and adding some new things to them. Yeah.